Right here, we about to get into the origins of the Anglo-Saxon race. I ain't doing all that reading either.
British Bronze Age, and if this same character has been caused partly by people of a darker complexion and broad heads settling as immigrants among the fair-haired and long-headed Teutons in other parts of England, this racial character in both cases can be traced along different finds to the same distant source. The consideration of the evidence that people of brunette complexions were among the Anglo-Saxon settlers in England leads on to that of people of a still darker hue, the dark, black, or brown-black settlers. Probably there must have been some of these among the Anglo-Saxons, for we'll meet with the personal name Blacknian, Blockes, Blakeman, Blockaman, Blacksana, Blxcca, and Blatchman in various documents of the period. Becca was an ealdorman of Lindsey who was converted by Paulians. Lemon was the son of Eoric or Edric, a descendant of Ida, ancestor of Eorid, king of Bernicia, and so on. The same kind of evidence is met with among the oldest place names. Blasement Bench is mentioned in an Anglo-Saxon charter. Blashay Manstone was the name of a place in Dorset, and Blackamanstone that of a place in Kent. Blatchashale and Blackenhale are. Domesday Amos of places in Somerset, and Batchingelis occurs in the Domesday Record of Surrey. The name Blackamine occurs in the Hertfordshire Survey, and Blackeen in Lincoln. Among the earliest names of the same kind in the charters we find Blackandon in Hants and Blackandon in Dorset. The place is called Blackamanestone in Dorset, and Blackamanestone is Kent were on or quite close to the coast, a circumstance which points to the settlers having come to these places by water rather than to a survival of black people of the old Celtic race having been left in them. Searle, W.G., J. Codes Dipple, No. 20. Origin of the Anglo-Saxon race. Among old place names of the same kind in various CMM ties, some of which are met with in later, but still old, records, we find Blakeney in Gloucestershire, Blakeney in Norfolk, Blakenham in Suffolk, Blakemere, an ancient hamlet, and Blackosware, Perware in Hertfordshire. This Hertford name is worthy of note in reference to what has been said concerning the brunettes is that Blakeham in Suffolk, Blakemere, an ancient hamlet, and Blakesware, near Ware in Hertfordshire. This Hertford name is worthy of note in reference to what has been said concerning the brunettes in that county at the present time. Another circumstance connected with these names which it is desirable to remember is the absence of evidence to show that the Old English ever called any of the darker complexioned Britons brown men or blackham. Their name for them was Wesleys so far as I am aware. Not a single instance occurs in which the Welsh are mentioned in any Anglo-Saxon dement as black or brown people. On the contrary, the Welsh annals mention black Vikings on the coast, as if they were men of unusual personal appearance. There is another old word erred by the Anglo-Saxons to denote black or brown black, the word meart. The personal names Snart and Sayart may have been derived from this word, and may have originally denoted people of a dark brown or black complexion. Some names of this kind are mentioned in the Domesday Record of Hockinghamshire and Lincolnshire. These may be of Scandinavian origin, for the name or nickname Svart is found in the northern sagas. Halfdan the Black was the name of a king of Norway who died in 863. The so-called black men of the Anglo-Saxon period probably included some of the darker Wendish people among them, immigrants or descendants of people of the same race as the ancestors of the Sorba of Lacetan on the Painted Moors. attached to the names of Highland and other chiefs and kings. This word is given in the Gaelic dictionaries as signifying blue of whatever shade, also green as grass, and this recalls the fact that the indigenous tribes described by Cesar were styled both Barides, green, and Carole, blue, from the woad with which they stained their bodies, the color of which may come under either of these headings. Accordingly, when one looks again into the Gaelic dictionary, one finds that Gorman is woad. Plainly, therefore, a man who is titled Gorm is a tin-stained man. Now, although in the Gaelic of Scotland a Negro is known as Dween Dub, a black man, he is known in the Gaelic of Ireland as Dween Gorm, a blue, green, or woad-stained man. And while in the Scottish Highlands, the adjective glass is used to signify both swarthy and green, in Wales it has the meaning of green or blue, and in the latter country the Gaelic germ, here spelled germ, is equivalent to brown. What possible explanation for all this apparent confusion of terms can there be, except the patent one that a brown-skinned man and a woad-colored man were one and the same? Morris is a word which suggests a great deal. It has this in common with the Ugrian word cara or cr, previously blanched, that it not only signifies swarthiness of skin, but it is radically connected with a marsh or morass, or carse, as it is called in Scotland. One meaning of Morris, in Latin, is palace, and the words marsh, morass, marish, merse, in Saxon, and moor or muir, are all different forms, clearly of one original root, whatever that may be. The Apian land certainly meant the watery land, mir umlanen, among the pre-Hellenic Greeks, just as the same land is called Morea by the modern post-Hellenic or Ramaic Greeks from Mord, the name for the sea in the Slavonic vernacular of its inhabitants during the heart of the Middle Ages. So says Lord Strangford, speaking authoritatively. In Gaelic, the sea is Wara and Ware, which suggests the Latin